Consider a being of immense power and beauty, the most radiant among all, his name Lucifer, the Shining One. Now, the Bible paints a vivid portrait of this entity, a spirit of remarkable prowess, intellect and allure. His radiance was such that it outshone even the brightest of stars, a beacon amidst the celestial hosts. Lucifer, in his original form, was not merely another angel. He was the paragon of divine creation, the epitome of spiritual excellence, the first among equals, the foremost among all angels. His wisdom was unparalleled, his beauty beyond compare. He was in every sense a masterpiece of divine craftsmanship. But there was more to Lucifer than just power and beauty. He was gifted with something that made him truly unique: free will. Now, free will is not just the capacity to make choices but the freedom to make them autonomously, independent of divine influence. It was this free will that Lucifer was endowed with, a testament to the trust and love his creator had for him. But as we delve deeper into Lucifer's story, we learn that this free will was not without its consequences. A passage in Isaiah 14 records the fateful choice Lucifer made, a choice born out of pride and ambition, a desire to ascend to the heavens, to raise his throne above the stars of God, to sit on the Mount of Assembly, to climb higher than the highest clouds, to be like the Most High. This choice, as dramatic as it sounds, was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a calculated move, a deliberate act of rebellion, a clear demonstration of Lucifer's free will in action. He chose to defy his creator, to challenge the established order, to disrupt the harmony of existence. Yet within this Shining One a choice was made, a choice that would forever alter the course of existence. A fall from grace, from the highest heavens to the ground, this was the fate of Lucifer. Lucifer, the Shining One, the star of the dawn, was once the foremost among all angels, yet he had an ambition that led him down a path of rebellion, and ultimately, downfall. Isaiah 14 paints a vivid picture of Lucifer's choice. His heart swelled with a desire to ascend to the heavens, to raise his throne above the stars of God. He longed to sit on the Mount of Assembly at the highest point of Monte Santo. His aspiration was to climb higher than the highest clouds, and to be like the Most High. But let's pause here and consider what these words truly signify. His ambition, while seemingly grand, was rooted in pride and a desire for self-exaltation. Lucifer, though created as a beautiful and powerful being, was not content with his position. He sought to supersede his creator, to become like the Most High. This audacious aspiration was not only a direct challenge to God's authority, but also a stark deviation from the purpose for which he was created. The consequences of Lucifer's actions were severe. His rebellion led to his downfall. He was thrown to the ground, cast out from the high heavens he so desired to rule. He, who once overthrew nations, was overthrown. From being the Shining One, the star of the dawn, he became associated with darkness and evil. Such was the depth of his fall that it serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of pride and rebellion. It is a tale of a creation attempting to rise above its creator, of an angel desiring to become a god. Yet, it also underlines the inherent justice of the universe, where such an imbalance could not persist. Thrown to the ground, Lucifer, who once overthrew nations, was cast out. His fall from grace is a poignant narrative of ambition gone awry, of the perils of pride, and the inevitable downfall that follows such a path. From a shining angel to a cunning serpent, Lucifer's story takes a dark turn in the Garden of Eden. Here, Lucifer assumes a new role, one that will forever mark him in the annals of history and theology. No longer the shining angel, Lucifer, now known as the serpent, becomes the embodiment of temptation and deceit. The Garden of Eden, a paradise created by God for his beloved creations Adam and Eve, becomes the stage for the serpent's manipulative ploy. Here, he employs his cunning to disrupt the harmony that God had established. But how does he do this? The serpent approaches Eve, the first woman. He slyly questions the commandment God had given to Adam and Eve, not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent twists the truth, suggesting that God lied to them. He tempts Eve with the promise of knowledge and wisdom, the allure of becoming like God himself. Eve, deceived by the serpent's words, takes a bite from the forbidden fruit. She then shares it with Adam, who willingly partakes in the act. This is the moment that marks the fall of man, the moment when sin enters the world. God, in his omniscience, already knows what has transpired. He confronts Adam and Eve, who try to shift the blame. Adam blames Eve, and Eve blames the serpent. But God, in his justice, punishes all three. Adam and Eve are expelled from the garden, forever barred from the paradise they once knew. They are now subject to toil, pain, and ultimately, death. The serpent, too, receives a curse. He is condemned to crawl on his belly and to be in perpetual enmity with the woman's offspring. In the form of a serpent, Lucifer, the fallen angel, brought about the fall of man. His cunning and deceit forever altered the course of human history, introducing sin and separation from God. But this was not the end, for God had a plan to redeem his creation. But that's a story for another time. The Shining One became the adversary, the demon who would corrupt God's creation. A dramatic shift indeed. From the pinnacle of angelic beauty and wisdom, Lucifer descended into the embodiment of evil. A transformation that brought about a new entity known as Satan, the adversary. This transformation wasn't a sudden, abrupt change, rather it was the result of a choice. Lucifer chose to rebel against God, his creator. He chose to seek his own glory, aiming to ascend to the heavens and be like the Most High. This choice, born out of pride and ambition, led to his downfall. The Shining One became the adversary. As the adversary, Satan's role shifted. He was no longer a bearer of light but a bringer of darkness. His goal? To lead humanity astray, to tempt them, to pull them away from their creator. He became a deceiver, a manipulator, a tempter. His first act in this new role was in the Garden of Eden, where he tempted Adam and Eve, leading to their fall and the introduction of sin into God's perfect creation. But his efforts didn't stop there. Throughout history, Satan has continued his attempts to lead humanity astray. He is the whisper in the ear, the doubt in the mind, the temptation that lures us away from what is good and right. His tactics may vary, but his goal remains the same, to draw us away from God and towards self-destruction. Yet it's important to remember that while Satan is powerful, he is not all-powerful. He is a creation, not the creator. His power is limited by the boundaries set by God. He can tempt, but he cannot force. He can deceive, but he cannot change the truth. He can cause harm, but he cannot destroy completely. Lucifer, once the Shining One, now stands as the adversary, the tempter of mankind. He serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of pride and rebellion, and the devastating consequences of choosing self over God. Lucifer's story, while complex and challenging, offers us a unique opportunity for reflection. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we encounter profound themes that resonate across time and cultures: free will, temptation, and consequences. Firstly, let's consider free will. Lucifer, the Shining One, the foremost among angels, was endowed with the power of choice. He was not a puppet on a celestial string, but a being with the freedom to choose his own path. This is a testament to the inherent dignity and autonomy that every sentient being possesses. It is a reminder that our choices matter, that they define us, and that they shape our destiny. Next, we grapple with the theme of temptation. Lucifer, despite his lofty status and immense power, was not immune to the allure of ambition. He yearned for more, to ascend higher, to be like the Most High. This echoes the human experience, doesn't it? Each of us in our own way has grappled with ambition, with the desire for more, with the yearning to reach beyond our grasp. It's a universal struggle, a shared experience that binds us all. But with temptation comes consequence, and this is perhaps the most sobering theme of all. For Lucifer, his ambition led to his downfall. He was cast out, fallen from grace, a poignant reminder that our actions have repercussions. This is a lesson that reverberates through the ages, a timeless truth that underscores the gravity of our decisions. In essence, the story of Lucifer is not just a tale of a fallen angel. It is a mirror held up to our own lives, reflecting our struggles, our ambitions, and the consequences of our choices. It serves as a reminder that we are the architects of our own fate, that our decisions matter, and that we must navigate the delicate balance between ambition and humility. As we ponder over Lucifer's fall, we are reminded of the power of choice, the allure of ambition, and the consequences of our actions.